Alright guys, it's Shalon from the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I'm going to be giving you your 13 September live stream recap, and then a little bit more. So, from today's live stream, there was absolutely nothing riveting. And I'm going to say this, Carendash did great. I don't blame him for what went on in the stream, but he had nothing to work with. There was no video footage of the Swiftblade skills that he was trying to explain. There were no images or text on the screen. There was no skill tree, no nothing. There was no Krolin. Krolin was supposed to be there to take some questions. So it was kind of a literal trying to verbally explain a skill tree. It's almost like they went through the motions. They had a live stream scheduled, so they decided to do it. And they had like one 15-second video with some bad audio. Now, what we got today that was important is the Twitter and the Discord conversations that were going on. And when it comes to the PTS, there is no confirmed PTS date. The goal is for 23 September. And this is from Krolin. They, just over a week, so targeting the 23rd. We're on track for a simultaneous Steam release on the 30th. I'm going to explain that second piece in a second. What makes me really nervous about the 23rd, having 6.0 up on the 23rd, is it's once again too fast. Now, I said I'm not going to hold Tryon's failures against Gamigo, but I'm going to hold Gamigo's failures against Gamigo. 7 days isn't enough time to test anything. I don't know what we're getting. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. There's a lot of bits and pieces that need to work properly, but it is what it is. Now, to talk about Steam, the game won't be available until 30 September on Steam. And this is from Krolin. And now this is my opinion, but it has to do with Steam's rules, not Gamigo's. I've been finding this more and more with games. They're just simply not available until launch day. Steam's been changing some policies lately. Now, I know some people asked Steam for the South American players, and for some of them it would be good. They would be able to pay for their game that way. And unfortunately, because Gamigo does not have the South American distribution rights, they can't get Steam to put it on for South American players. You have to prove to Steam that you have the distribution license for the regions that you want to put the game up in, because Steam does regional control. So I know people are going to be upset at the Steam things. Those are to be directed at Steam. Now, this one caused a big hoopla today during my show. I was on for 5 hours today, and we were talking about the bound cosmetics. And at first, Krolin comes out with, the team is going through efforts right now to review all costumes and ensure they're bound by default. It'll likely still be possible to convert them to an image item, place them on a basic costume, and trade them that way. But there's little we can do to influence that system. Well, if there's little that you can do to influence that system, then stop saying this isn't a pay-to-win version of Archeage, because the sale of cosmetics that only come from a $10 real-world money path is pay-to-win. I know people are going to say, well, cosmetics don't make you win. No, it's not the cosmetics. It's the acquisition of gold that lets you feed your gear, do your regrades, all of those things. Luckily, on my show, we were able to get this taken care of. Tinin was on Discord and said, while Krolin is correct in the answer that we don't have control over the system, we have requested that the bound status of stat costumes is reviewed. This is a direct request I have in with Excel currently. Now, what I find a little odd here is that Krolin made the statement 2 weeks ago that they had this request in, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. And then Krolin comes back, our producer on Archeage just corrected me to let me know that there's an ongoing conversation about having basic costumes bind on image infusion or just be bound, period. I misspoke and I stand corrected. Sorry for the panic. Okay, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold fire. I want to review that footage from 2 weeks ago, and I want to give him a chance to show up next week and answer some questions. The truth of the matter is I would love to do an interview with him to clear up some of this, because right now, it does give the perception of it's just the same old Archeage, just repackaged and rebundled, and nothing is actually really changing. Now with that, there is one other thing that I know people came up with. No temporary vehicles, and we have a request in to remove temporary vehicles for Unchained, so that's the plan. And then Warhead, who's a streamer and he's a member of my community, he said, this is amazing news, please make sure you get them all. And he started listing all the places you get them. Now, that's all I have for today, but I am going to pin a comment. I want to know what you guys think about the Delphinid ghost ships despawning and pirates being able to pick up those packs for Onyx Archeum Essence without having to actually be in possession of a galleon that would be capable of destroying the Delphinid ghost ships. We have enough time that if we make enough noise, I think something can be done about that. Either nobody can go pirate for X amount of time, or the Delphinid ghost ships don't despawn. They'd have to be destroyed. I don't think we want 30 packs of Onyx Archeum Essence being inserted into the economy early on. But I'm just one player. When it comes to this, I'm just the guy that makes the content. I'm just one voice. I really want to hear your voices on that. Besides that, that is your update for today. There wasn't a lot this week. The forums are still down. Communication is still kind of shaky. Communication with me, however, continues at archeage101.com. So I'm going to be continuously working on that through the weekend and all the way through launch and post-launch. So if you're looking for something, check there first. If it's not there, get me on Discord. I'm Jalan #0001, and we can talk, and I can hopefully get you squared away. That's it. I gotta go. I got other work to do. What are you still doing here? Nobody ever stays this long. This is the end screen. Well, since you're here, there's a couple other videos I think you should check out. And all those names, those are my patrons over at Patreon. I couldn't do this without them. So, big thanks to them for all their support.